So hi fam, random chick here, and sorry you see the reflection off of my tablet. But anyhow, I wanted to tell this story about me meeting up with this homeless guy that had what was it he had? And I know my camera's dark. I'm sorry for that too. But he had a dog, and well, me at the time, me and my boyfriend, we just passed him up. Didn't think nothing of it. And as we're passing him, I noticed the little cardboard sign and what it says. And instead of him asking for something to eat for himself, he pretty much asked, could somebody stop to feed his dog? So it kind of got to me. So as we pass him and everything, my boyfriend, he insists on going on. And I'm like, no, I think we should turn around. So we turned around, and I think I possibly had like $8, and I don't know, I guess it was just meant for me to see him, because before I seen him, I have a small dog of my own. So before I seen him, I had went to the I think it was the dollar store, and I bought my dog some dog toys that was on sale. And I was like, okay, so what's the odds? I've got $5 to my name. I got this bag of dog toys that I bought on sale. And, what's the odds of me actually seeing somebody homeless with a dog? And my dog had already had, like, tons of toys. Like, she's like a baby. We keep toys everywhere. And so I was like, I got these toys for, like, $1.50 each, I think. And I was like, well, I'm just going to go ahead and give this dog a toy and give him $5, which I had $8. So pretty much gave him my last $5. And I was like, here, and so this man, I walk up to him, I give his dog a toy, and his dog, oh my God, the reaction his dog had was priceless. The dog acted like it never seen a toy before. So I was almost in tears then. And so I gave the man the $5. And when I gave him the $5, I was like, God bless you, hugged him, just showed him love. I told him if I had more money, I would have gave it to you, and so the man keeps, he starts telling me about how he became homeless and how he got like that and everything like that. And he was like, look, I'm homeless for the simple fact that, I'm a vet, or used to be a vet or whatever. He was married, him and his wife divorced, just all kinds of stuff, And I was like, how can a man that works his entire life, his whole entire life, be so down? And it got to me, and it was just, I don't know, it was just crazy. And I believe really the reason why it got to me is for the simple fact that every day that I wake up, and I'm not gonna lie, every day that I wake up, there is something that I complain about or that I take for granted that people like him don't even have. And like the simplest things, like me and my boyfriend will argue over what we're gonna eat that night. Instead of it being an argument, it should be more like, thank God that we can actually go and get something to eat. Or thank God, we got a roof over our head. Or something like that. And it just woke me up. It made me realize that if you have, negativity in your life, in any shape, form, or fashion, you do stuff to better yourself. You don't do stuff to make yourself worse off. And this man, I don't know what it was about it, but when I got in the car, I was bawling like a baby. I was like, dude, how can I have a heart for somebody that I don't know? I don't know anything about this man. He could have been lying to me. But even if it was a lie, he opened my eyes. He made me realize, that sometimes I can be selfish, and sometimes you know, it's messed up. So on the way back, after we met the man, I'm crying like a baby, and my boyfriend's sitting over there. I was telling him the story, and it touched him about the man. And I just pray. And what really touched me, okay, this is what really made me happy, and it made me sad at the same time. But he looks at me, and when he looks at me, he tells me, he said, you know what, pretty much, I'm gonna remember you, because he said I was the only person that thought of his dog. He said every time somebody stops, ma'am, he said they think of only me. So he said I put my sign to say, please feed my dog. He said I'm not worried about me. The guy was just selfless. Like, he didn't care about himself. And he didn't have a home or a roof over his head. He didn't have food. But this man was so happy. I was crying in front of him. He said he's never even met somebody that would cry in front of him. I cried in front of him, and I looked at him, and I told him, I said, what was it I said to him? I said, sir, how can you be so happy and not have anything? Like nothing. How can you be so happy and be at your lowest? And he looked at me, and he was like, it's not what you got. It's not how you live. It's not the clothes or even the food that you have. And I was like, well then, what is it? Because that's what makes 90% of people happy. Is nice homes, nice cars, food, clothes, all the essentials they need to live. That's what forms happiness. And he looked at me and he said, no, what forms happiness is loving yourself and getting through struggle. Making it through life is what forms happiness. Not being comfortable. And I got to thinking about that, and I was like, you know what? This man has touched me. I will never forget this man, and he will probably never forget me. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that I met a man like that. I am. I'm very thankful. And, you never know. It could be, God is not going to come to you being rich. He's not going to come to you having all this nice stuff. He's going to come to you in the form of people that you just pass by, just walk by, and say, who was that, or whatever. Or not even mention them. Not even say, who was that. He's going to come to you in a form that you least expect. And every time I meet somebody like that and they tell me their story and stuff like that, it makes me realize that my life could be a lot worse. So I just wanted to share my story with you. Maybe it would inspire some of you to be grateful and be thankful for what you do have and not for what you don't have. I love y'all. Until next time, take care, fam. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the story.